she's not going to be thrilled with the spatchcock process. Best we can do that.
It's got to be nice. It doesn't have to be nice to be hurt, but it's got to be nice to be hurt where you're not working on touring as much.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing good about being hurt. I'm trying to find the silver linings. You know, I get to spend more time with my daughter, which is great. Mm-hmm. More time at home. Once I get this thing off, which is in like another month, then it might be like full, vacation mode for a little while before I like lock in and have to start training to get ready to come back.
What's that ramp up look like?
Gosh, it'll probably be gradual. I don't even really know. It'll be my guess is about 8 to 12 weeks of like, okay, now I have to stop eating like an asshole.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, probably 12 weeks. Plus we're moving right into WrestleMania season, which is when I
12 weeks, April. Yeah, that's April. Yeah.
So I'm hoping like around February, after all the holiday stuff, I can start to be like, okay, lock in, no more BS. February? Probably. After like Super Bowl and stuff, I would say. Okay. Like, give myself a month before I come back, maybe. Don't even know. They say 6 months, so this could be April.
Your last injury was you really did blow out your knee at one point.
I've had a bunch of injuries over the years. Yeah, I've had multiple knee surgeries. Thank you. And but the big one was 10 years ago. I blew out my knee in a match in Dublin, Ireland, actually. Yep. And had to have basically full reconstruction on that MCL, ACL. That was a doozy. But I didn't come back in 6 months from that, which was in hindsight, maybe a mistake. Maybe a little too early. Yeah, maybe it all worked out. It all worked out. Yeah, it all worked out. I was a young man, though, 10 years ago.
What's so fascinating about you is I would say you're one of the guys that earned it the most. Does that make sense? Sure. Like I feel like you've worked harder and more consistently and done more selfless acts in wrestling for the sport of wrestling than a lot of the guys that are doing it, in my opinion.
Sure, that's true.
You've been through some bullshit eras.
Oh, I definitely been through some bullshit eras. When I came in, and I started in 2012, I mean, the WWE was in rough shape at that time.
Yeah.
Rough shape.
Is that the PG era?
Yeah, I mean, we were right in the middle of the PG era, but it was like PG era, also hyper misogyny era, like everyone just lamenting the attitude era, but also like trying to move forward at the same time. It was a weird time to be in wrestling, and like everybody, they weren't bodybuilding. Yeah, they weren't recruiting wrestlers anymore. They were recruiting bodybuilders and like kind of like failed amateur athletes, but they didn't have a place to train them, and it was a disaster, really a disaster.
This isn't Brock and Ronda, right?
This is Brock
came in
in 05, left in what, like 08?
Yeah, something like that.
He left like pretty quick, and then when did he come back? Like 2000 and
about the same time, 12 maybe,
12, yeah.
Early 12 or whatever. It is a different era. But Brock was different. He was an amateur wrestler. He was also like a super freak when it came to athleticism. And Ronda had already made her name as a huge star by the time she debuted. So she was a different animal as well. I mean, I couldn't even tell you the type of people that, if you were 6'3" and 240 pounds, you could get signed to WWE in 2010 easily. They just stick you in the warehouse.
270, 6 foot.
You're good. They just put you in the warehouse in Tampa and think that they could turn you into a superstar. That was what happened.
Tell me about that warehouse. You were in that warehouse in Tampa.
The warehouse in Tampa was on South Dale Mabry and Gandy. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Ooh, I know that area.
It was literally just half of a warehouse. It was 2 rooms. One of the rooms was a training room. It had 2 wrestling rings set up in it. The other room was like a show room, so they would do their live TV or local TV in there. We would tape it on Thursdays and it would run on Sundays on like Bright House networks. And it was a sweatbox. There was no AC in the place, so you would just go in Tampa, Florida, like in the summertime. I mean, it was excruciating. And there was no end in sight. There was no connection to the. There was no end in sight. You just went down there. I remember. So when I got signed in 2010, I was at the top of the game on the Indies. I was Tyler Black. I was Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, which was a big deal at the time. And I was like, if you were to recruit one guy off the Indies, it probably